Hi guys, it's Eliza and this is Eliza's bookshelf. Oh, hi doggy. We are dog sitting, so there's like 4 or 5 dogs in the house now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, there's 5 dogs in the house, so she might make an appearance. This is Prudence, my cousin's dog. But anyways, what was I saying? Oh yes, hi guys. Welcome back, or welcome if you're new. Today I'm going to go over all the books I read in August. And it's kind of like my lowest reading month. There was just like a bunch of books that I was in the middle of by the end of the month, and then also one big book that took me so long to read because it was just giving me the biggest book slump. It was not a hangover. It was a bad one. It was a book slump. I'm afraid Prudence is going to like knock over all my books here. There's like a fly in here. She wants to chase it. So let me push some books over. Okay. Anyway, so let's go over it. I'll just go over like the first book I read all the way to the last book. So the first one is here somewhere. It is The Gilded Cage by Lynette Noni. I don't know what I rated this. I think I would rate it 4 thinking back. But this is the second one in the Prison Healer series. I don't know why I didn't like it as much as the first one. The first one, I think I wasn't expecting such crazy twists and turns and stuff at the end. Ooh, but it was so good. And then this one basically starts off at the end of the first book. That's all I can tell you now. I don't really remember what the twist was. There was like a big twist at the end too, and I still don't know what it was. But hopefully I still remember enough of this book to move on to the third one. I'll have to ask Sam because she read this before me and I think she really liked it. I just don't remember anything. Ugh, sorry. I won't say much because it will spoil the first book, but I did overall still enjoy this one and I'm excited to read the third one. So the next one is A Song of Shadow and Starlight. This is by Morgan Gauthier. I actually got this as an ARC, so I don't have a physical copy, but I actually really like this one. I think I gave it 4 stars. Ooh, looking back, I gave it 5 stars. I think I went down to 4 just now because I don't remember much details about it, but that's like me with every book. It's about this girl who is betrothed to someone, but she gets kidnapped by like these 3 brothers. And I think it kind of it gives me like Akatar vibes because, ooh, and from Blood and Ash vibes. Because she's like the stabby female and then these 3 characters. She has like this found family of sorts, right? And there's like these 3 brothers that are, they have their own characteristics and one of them is a shadow daddy. So it has a lot of similar characteristics, but like while I was reading it, I wasn't thinking like, oh, this is a total ripoff. So I loved it. Apparently I gave it 5 stars. Anyways, I definitely do want to read the next book. I don't know when the next book is. I said a lot of angst and tension, but very low on the spicy scale. So it's not like very spicy, but I still really liked it. Oh, I gave it 4.5. But anyways, let's see, what is next? Paper Names. Ugh. Paper Names by Susie Luo. Don't make me cry again. This one was so heartwarming and touching and really unpacks a lot of my family trauma. And it's basically about these 2 families in New York who her lives are intertwined from like then on because of something crazy that happened in front of the hotel. And it follows like this Chinese family and this white lawyer, and a lot has to do with like the father sacrificing his high status job in China in order to bring his family here and give them a better life. And it's about Tammy, you know, trying to figure out what she wants. Does she always have to make her family happy, or can she do what she wants to make her own self happy? And then the white lawyer has his own like family stuff too that I forgot until now. But anyways, it was really good and it's very heartbreaking. And at the end there's like this heartbreaking event as well, but I overall really like this. I gave it a 5 solid stars. Next one is Twisted Games by Anna Huang. I wonder what I rated this. Oh, I rated it a 3. Oh my gosh. I hear a lot of people saying that they like this book better than the first one. In fact, they say they like it the most out of all the series, and I was like, uh-oh, because, you know, what if I read this and it's just all downhill from there? But I actually like the first one better. This one, I just feel like it was so long for me, and I don't know, it was just like the mood I was in. I just feel like I read half of it and that was like one story itself, and then the other half was its own another story, because it follows these 2 that you're already introduced to in the first book, and the first half of the story I feel like is what they went through in that first book, which is fine because we didn't really see their part of the story in the first book, but then like you get to see further on about their life in like another area. I forgot where the first book took place in, but hopefully you understand what I'm saying. But I still enjoyed it. Next book Next book is Forget Me Not by Julie Soto. Here we go. This one really surprised me just because I haven't really heard much from Julie Soto. I don't know if this is her first book actually. Let me see. Julie Soto. Yeah, this is her first book. Oh my gosh, I thought it was good. What did I rate it? Oh, I didn't even rate this book. Maybe 4.5 now just thinking about it, but it's very wedding heavy. So there's a lot of wedding in here, but you have Emma, I think it's Emma, I don't know, Emma Torres, because the guy in here kind of makes fun of her name by calling her Emma sometimes, but anyways, Emma Torres is the female main character, and then the male main character is Elliot Bloom. Look at that name. He is a brooding florist. He is like the craziest, the most broodingest of the broodiers. Anyways, Emma Torres is a wedding planner and he is a wedding florist, and initially he didn't want to become a florist, but like he inherited the florist and, you know, that job with his father, and his like grandfather did it. I don't know, I might have made that up, but anyways, this is the best grumpy sunshine trope ever. Actually, I don't know if it's really grumpy sunshine or if this is just a grumpy guy, but Emma Torres, she is running this like wedding planner thing, and she gets a chance to do this wedding for like this famous couple, and it's a big chance, right? It's a big opportunity, and the problem is the couple already knows who they want for the florist, and it's this guy Elliot Bloom. And apparently Emma and Elliot already have this history, and something happened a long time ago where things just ended between them, and I honestly don't remember what happened. I know it kind of leads up to that too. Like, you know, it's one of those like flashbacks and stuff. So the flashback chapters are actually Elliot's chapters, and then, you know, the present day is in Emma's point of view. And you already know it's like leading up to what happened to them. And for the life of me, I don't know. I remember now. I don't want to say what it is because that'll spoil it. But oh my gosh, this guy is like the most grumpiest broody guy, and it's so funny. It's like legit broody. It's not like the bad type of broody that I do not like. Case in point, like Things We Never Got Over. I hated that type of broody guy. He was just like a jerk. But this guy, he was hilarious. I guess he was a jerk too, but it was just hilarious because from the beginning, like the flashback when they met each other, he was just like so not interested in talking to her, and he actually gave her, he does this thing, right, that I think is so cool, that when he meets someone that is a potential client, he puts together a flower that he thinks the person will like, or like resembles them, or describes their personality. And so the flower that he put together for her described like I don't know, I forgot what they said. It was basically like, you are uptight or entitled or get away from me, right? That's what the flower he gave to her represented. But yeah, I like this one. I don't know anything bad I can say about it. And oh my god, the next three are kind of bad. They're like the worst books of the month, I think. Ooh, yeah. So Starbringer by Tracy Wolff and Nina Croft. This one took me like majority of the month to finish. I don't even know when I started, but eventually I was like, all right, let's just buckle down and finish this damn book. But I don't even know if I want to keep this book. It is 570-ish pages of just boringness. I think if I step back and looked at the overall arc of the story, I would say like, yes, it's very interesting, but like in between there's a lot of the relationships between the characters I just did not get into, because one, I feel like it's very instantaneous or insta-lovey, insta-lust, and I didn't really like a lot of the characters. Sad to say. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 people on this ship, and I don't even know who I like. Yeah, I'm drawing some blanks here. But basically you start, what is it marketed as? It is marketed as Firefly meets The Breakfast Club, which I haven't really watched any of those, but I thought it sounded interesting from the synopsis. The sun is dying. It's saying like it's just getting it's just getting very hot, and it's affecting all of the planets in this like galaxy area. It's like, it's not the same planets that you and I know, so it's very interesting to learn about. But everyone is meeting together to kind of get this presentation from this doctor, scientist, whatever, right, to figure out what she has learned in order to save everyone. And shit goes down right away in that first meeting, and they escape narrowly, and they narrowly escape, but it's just like them, it's just 6 of them now in this ship, and it's like, I don't even know if I want to say too much, but there's like aliens involved. So I thought that was very interesting. So I wish they like brought more aspects of that in, but I think it's gonna happen more in the second book. This one was just a lot of like them trying to figure out what happened, who's trying to kill them, yada yada, whatever. If I was not so pissed about how boring this was, I may read the next one, because I think that's where more things are gonna happen with this alien plot that I was looking for in this one, but who knows. Yeah, that was a big letdown, because this was part of the Red Tower Publishing Company, you know, the same people who did A Fourth Wing, so I was looking forward to it, and I guess I expected too much, but meh. Which one was next? Oh yes, The Boyfriend Candidate. I finally read this one. I think this is the only one in my July TBR that I actually read. I'm so bad at like really sticking to my TBRs because I'm a big mood reader. This was the only one on the TBR that I read. The Boyfriend Candidate, I got this when I went with my friend to LA's Festival of Books, and I just picked it up on a whim, partly because the cartoony covers that I'm such a sucker for, but the synopsis sounded cool too. You have a shy librarian, Alexis Stone, and then you have this guy, Logan, who they met up for a one-night stand at a hotel because she just got dumped by her cheating boyfriend because the boyfriend said that she was bad in bed or she's timid, whatever, right? So she's like, I'm gonna prove you wrong. And so yeah, she sets out to have a one-night stand, and she meets Logan, and they were going to one-night stand it, but the fire alarm in the hotel went off, and so they had to escape, and they're like in an ambulance and stuff like that. But next thing you know, there's people around taking pictures, and Logan's like, oh shit, I gotta get out of here. So he just runs away from her, and she's like, what the hell, right? But it turns out Logan is actually running for governor in Texas, and that's why, because he didn't want to have another like bad image portrayed of him, because he's already known as a playboy, and that's going against him. So now that that's out of the bag and his pictures are everywhere, they apparently have to fake date to solve the problem, as always. So I don't know, I thought it was gonna be cute and steamy, a good time, but overall it was just like, I think for 3/4 of the book, I did not feel any good connection or chemistry between the two. And majority of the time, I feel like the author was pushing her agenda, her political agenda on us. And like, you know, I'm pretty, I don't know. Even though I like all of her ideas and thoughts and stuff like that, I just felt like it was forced on you as the reader. But I don't know, give this a try if you are very liberal. And you don't like a lot of romance, and you're not looking for a lot of chemistry between the couple. Let's see, the last one also was a letdown. It is The Only One Left by Riley Sager. This is, I mean, I read all of Riley Sager's books. I read them the year it comes out, like hopefully right away when I get them. I did start reading this right away, but it took me almost like 2 or 3 months to finish it, just because I wasn't fully gripped. It sounded very gothic and very freaky, creepy, but you have this old lady who long time ago, decades ago, now she's old, but decades ago, apparently she looked very suspicious. The only suspect in killing her parents and her sister. She's like standing there with a knife and blood everywhere, and she's the only one there, the only one left. And so she's saying that she didn't do it, but who knows, they never caught anyone. And now she has this new caregiver, and she's typing out saying to the caregiver, I want to tell you my story now. So there's a saying, at 17, Lenora Hope hung her sister with a rope, stabbed her father with a knife, took her mother's happy life. It wasn't me, Lenora said, but she's the only one not dead. So kudos to Riley for coming up with that rhyme, but that's the only cool thing about this book, I feel like. So it's just frustrating because it's one of those books where like, if only you can just get the story, if only you can read the whole thing and then you'd know. But Lenora Hope is just taking goddamn forever typing out her story, and even the caregiver was like, can you just tell me, like, did you do it or not? And instead of saying yes or no, she's like, no, I gotta start from the beginning. And she's typing very slow. She's typing like 1 word per hour, and oh my gosh, it was okay. I think it was just so frustrating because that type of story, right? I think it was another one. It was like, there was a YA book that turned into a Netflix movie that was kind of like that, like a girl trying to figure out who her mom was or something like that, and instead of reading the whole letters, she like reads halfway through and sends her on a wild goose chase, which she should have just read the whole letters or the whole diary thing. And then it reminds me of Catherine Stedman's The Family Game too. But anyways, I think I gave that 2 stars. I think that might have turned me off from Riley Sager for the time being. I heard that he was going to like put a pause on his writing, but I think someone said that he is going to come out with another book next year. I don't know, whatever, I'll still read it. You know I will. But yeah, that is my August wrap up. I think it was a pretty good month in the beginning, and then it went downhill, but that's okay. September is a new month. We will get some good reading this month. But yeah, thank you so much for joining me again. I will see you next time. Bye.